Hey, this is Rick with Social Good Software. In this short demo, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit about how our real-time data updates work and give you a little bit more context of how this is put together so you have a better understanding of how data is flowing from Altru into Social Good Software and then ultimately how that's powering some of the apps that we offer. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this is the question we're going to be answering today, which is how do the real-time data updates work? What's the magic? What's behind the real-time data updates? How are you pulling this data? How does it exist? Where does it exist? I'll be answering all those questions here for you today. A quick background here, I have a little diagram I want to share with you how this is put together. I'll walk you through each of the pieces so you understand how the data flows between pieces, and then I'll answer some questions that you might have. So the first one here, I'll pull up my little marker tool so we have a little way to be able to show you what I'm looking at. So this part here, this part is where your applications live for the social good software side of things. So this includes your calendar, your email designer, your barcode scanner, and your data bridge. So these applications are living on our side. These are applications that we maintain, update, and continue to innovate on. So that's essentially where those are living. We also created this little tiny application called the OData monitoring service. And this service is something we also work on. This is a backend application that you typically don't have access to. It's just a service that's running in the background. I'll share with you how this service works in a second. Then the next part here is Altru. And this is just simply your Altru instance where your OData queries live. So the way this works is in Altru, you go ahead and you create your query. So we could create our query, and our query has all of our data. Okay, and then our OData monitoring services goes ahead and calls Altru. It gives it a phone call and says, "Hey Altru, let me know when there is new data for this query." And then Altru responds back, "Okay, will do." And then this monitoring service just simply waits on Altru to deliver new data. So the first time we ask it, it goes ahead and sends us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sends us 5 rows. So it goes ahead and sends us 5 rows. 5 rows come through. The 5 rows land here. And then from here we say, oh, we got new data. Let's go ahead and send this data over. And it sends the data over to each of the applications that has requested, saying, hey, there's 5 new rows. So the calendar gets updated, the email designer sends emails, the barcode scanner gets updated, your data bridge moves data. So that's essentially how that part works for 5 rows. The moment we get to 5 rows, we go back into Altru and say, okay, thank you for the data, Altru. We really appreciate you sending this data. Let us know when there's new data. So at that point, we essentially are placing a call to Altru and waiting on Altru to respond to new data. So Altru goes on the back end and sees, oh, we still have 5 rows, no new data. And that's essentially the way it works. So Altru says, the moment I have new data, I'll let you know. So this is just essentially waiting. So I'll do a little line for waiting. We're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for Altru to let us know, like, hey, there's finally some new data. So when somebody buys a ticket, an item is changed in the query, something is sold out, whatever it might be, and there's a new row added, say for example 6, Altru automatically identifies, look, there's 6 of them, and it goes ahead and lets us know, hey, there's 6 rows now, there's 6 rows, and then it goes ahead and moves over to 6 here. And then your calendar gets updated, your emails get sent, the barcode scanner activates, or the data bridge sends data. And then this process repeats again and again and again. So that's a quick overview of how the real-time data updates work. And this is all contingent on us waiting for Altru to deliver any new data. And that's how the real-time data updates work using this OData monitoring service that we have built out. Okay, so now that we understand how this works, I want to take some time, answer some questions that we typically get. Calendar's timestamp is now updating. it shows something like 4:50 p.m., but it's really already 6 p.m. What happened to the real-time data updates? So this is actually a real-time data update. This is a common question that we get, and it's saying, hey, what's going on? Why isn't my calendar updating? And the main issue with that is that we're waiting on Altru to respond back with any new data updates. So let me pull up my little quick handy markup tool here one more time and show you how this is put together. If your calendar has 7 items at 4:50 p.m., okay, and then here's your calendar. Your calendar will show 7 items. This is 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're waiting for Altru to let us know if there is new data. So if it's 7 p.m., for example, 7 p.m., if it's 7 p.m. and it still only has 7 items, it will still only show 7 items, but the calendar's last update will be 4:50 p.m. because nothing has changed. So if it's 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m., the calendar will always show 4:50 p.m. as the last updated because Altru still only has 7 identical items. Nothing has changed. Okay, so the moment it goes from 7 to 8 rows, for example, then the timestamp gets updated to a different timestamp. Don't worry so much if you see something here that hasn't updated like in the last hour or in the last 3 hours. This simply just means that there is no new data to update the calendar with. Okay? So let's move on here to the next part. And the next part here is I'm not seeing any activity. What's up with that? And this is the same scenario before. So this is typically with either the barcode scanner or the email designer or any of the other apps. If you don't see any activity on the back end of data flowing in, this just simply means that Altru has not responded with any new data. So we're contingent always on Altru's notification system to be able to let us know, hey, here's the data. Please go ahead and update each of the calendars. So again, if you ever see no activity found, don't worry. This just simply means that there is currently no new data to update the applications with. The moment that there is new data to update the applications, Altru will let us know, the application will update, the emails will be sent, the calendar will be updated, the barcode scanner will be updated, etc. So that's essentially how this process works, and that's going to go and do it here for me. If you have any questions about the real-time data updates, if you want to see a demo of how this is put together, if you have more technical questions regarding the data flow, please reach out to us. You can do this on our website just simply by going to socialgoodsoftware.com/feedback, and you can drop us some feedback there. If you want to ask specific questions, you can always book a time with us. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon.